you're gone, I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better, better off. When I look at what I've done, when we part, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. Your love was cold, heart made of stone, but I'm just fine. I'm gonna shine. I'm alright, alright, alright. I'm celebrating my liberation. I'm moving strong, I'm moving on. I'm alright, alright, alright. Might be shaken but not stirred. Just a lesson that I've learned. And so it goes. Tables turn in your own. When I think about the way, when I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better, better off. When I look at what I've done, when we part, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better, better off. When I look at what I've done, when we part, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong.
It's a deal breaker, baby, when you treat me like you do. It's a deal breaker, baby, when you treat me like you do. Seems all you do these days is make me down and blue. I said it's a deal breaker, baby, when you play me for a fool. Ooh, it's a deal breaker, baby, when you play me for a fool. Now I'm the local anthem star, and that ain't cool.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Please confirm that you can hear my dulcet tones. I think you should be able to. I hope you can. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself in a 3 by 3.5 meter room. Good evening, Ben Speech Channel. How the devil are you, pal? Did you get any flooding on Monday night? The kids' school got flooded here in Leith. There has been some flooding in Swansea, pal, but not as anywhere near as bad as it's been elsewhere. And it hasn't affected me where I live, so fingers crossed and all that good stuff. Does it seem a bit dark in here tonight? Not that it makes any difference at all. And how could I forget to do that? Bear with me momentarily while I while I just talk amongst yourselves. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Thank you all for watching Creepy
No,
Live.
no,
Don't forget to
it's not the end yet. Shut up, Dai Peng. Repeat. And just move that over there. That's better. Now we can begin. Have you been messing with your setup? No, I just forgot to open the Patreon scroller on the 32-inch color television that I stole from my parents. Good evening, Alejandro Magno. How the devil are you? Ali Dowd, 3 a.m. is morning. It is. Yes, Ben Speed channel, it is Dai. I do actually know Dai. Joris, how's Simon Dan? Couldn't tell you, mate. I haven't got a clue. Plot hole, do you like my shirt? What do you think? Betty White the Vibrator Slayer, 3 p.m. here. Well, do. It's 8 p.m. here in the UK. And this is not going to be a full... I had no intention of going live tonight. I think I must be getting on Mrs. Blinder's nerves because she suggested it. So I thought, well, what a perfect opportunity to come online and annoy my most loyal supporters. And the reason I say I want to annoy you is because I don't know how many people watching this now are already Patreons. And also are in the Discord group. You're right, Keeler, I have missed you all way too much. I have missed you way too much. And after my trip to London the weekend, I thought, what better way to spend an hour this evening with chatting with my friends on YouTube. So what I wanted to talk about anyway, I was going to record this as a short announcement video, but I don't like putting stuff like that out because I don't think people actually watch them. But I may just cut certain segments out of this video and upload that. So all I wanted to run through, and if you're not interested in Patreon and what Patreon is, then this may not be a live stream you want to watch. Because I am going to be talking a little bit about Patreon and what I've been doing with it. It's becoming painfully aware that I don't give my Patreon as much attention as I should, and I certainly rarely promote it. And that sort of is and isn't, you know, what I'm doing. So I don't know how many of you are. But give me a thumbs up in the side chat if you're a channel Patreon, first of all, just so I can get an idea of how many people I'm actually talking to. Because obviously it's always nice to know. Gary IOW. There we are. First thumbs up of the night. Not that it makes a huge difference who is and who isn't. It's just if you're not and have got no intention of ever becoming one, then you may not be that interested in what I'm going to talk about. Reggio's is as well. Top man. Thank you very much in diddly deed. So what I've done is I've sort of looked at the different tiers on the... So the first thing I did, and I've been meaning to do this for ages because it was annoying me that my Patreon was in dollars. Good evening, UKPI. How are you, pal? And I know that a substantial chunk of my audience is from the good old US of A, but I'm not, and it was very confusing. So I've changed it all to pounds now, British pounds. So obviously it'll still show you in your own currency. So if you're in the States, it'll show you in dollars. If you're anywhere in Europe or Ireland, Southern Ireland, it'll show you in euros. But I speak pounds, not other stuff. Can I share the screen with you? Have I got that set up? No, not really. not really. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't need to show you to be able to talk about it. So what I've done is I've changed all 6 tiers. And I just want to sort of run through what you can expect going forward from the Patreon. So the new Blinder Shoutout tier is £2.50 per month. And all these have got an option to do as a yearly pledge, and you get a discount for doing it as a yearly pledge. So the first tier, it basically just gets you access to the Patreons and your name on the screen behind you. The next one up from that then is £5 tier. Gets you exactly the same as the £2.50 tier. Plus I'm going to start posting regular sort of behind the scenes photos, and I promise I will not share them anywhere except Patreon. Then the next one is the Blinder Gang member. That's the £10 tier. And you get everything you get from the first 2 tiers. Plus, I've changed the access to the Discord server because nobody seems to use it anyway. So, you know, I know I've banged on about Discord before and how much I dislike it, but I don't know of an alternative that you know my Patreons would like. So for now, it's access to the Patreon only or the VIP chat area in the Discord server. You know, and you can talk with me and the other Patreons, you know, talk about channel stuff or, you know, stupid videos you've seen or whatever it may be. Then the next tier is Blinder Gang Legend. That's the £20 tier. Gets you everything from the first 3 tiers, obviously. I'm sure you can see the pattern forming here. And I'm also going to start doing a monthly behind the scenes video. It'll just be a short video, you know, maybe showing you part of the editing process, or it could be anything. And then the next tier is the Blinder Gang OG tier. I haven't got many people in this tier because it is £50 a month, but it gets you everything. It gets you everything that every other tier gets you. Plus, when you join on that tier, I will send you a free piece of tidy merchandise. And then the final tier then, the most ambitious tier, I did used to have somebody in this, but I haven't at the moment, is the Blinder Gang panel member. Now, the reason I've called it that is, right, first of all, it's £100 a month, which I know is a huge amount of money, but, you know, I have got a sort of a goal with Patreon, you know, the level I'd like to see it get to. And, you know, if I can get it to that level, I'll significantly drop the number of ads on my videos. You can't get rid of them altogether as a monetized channel. In fact, you can't get rid of them altogether now as a non-monetized channel, because YouTube has started putting videos ads on unmonetized channels for their own benefit. But obviously this final tier, I know it's not relevant to anybody at all at the minute, but you get everything from every other tier. Plus, I'm also going to be doing a quarterly sort of like, not a live stream. It'll be more likely to be something like a Zoom call, or, you know, or a Google Meets call, where, you know, everybody on that tier, we can all jump on a call together and, you know, look at sort of ideas, you know, things as audience members you think other audience members may like to see. So it's sort of a brainstorming channel to sort of have you, the audience, contribute directly to, you know, the content I make on the channel. So, you know, that's what that's what I've done with the Patreon for now.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
It seems that S&H in the US is minimal. What's S&H? Shit hats? It seems that S&H is in the US is the minimal. I'm completely lost, dude. You're gonna have to explain You're gonna have to explain that one to me in a bit more detail. So, is there anybody? I don't know if Gary IOW is still here, but what I'd like to happen, if possible, as a favor to me, little old me, is if somebody could jump onto the Patreon page. It is linked below, and the Stream Elements bot links it in the chat every 5 minutes. And just have a look and see if everything looks right. Is there anything weird because I've changed the currency, or, you know, is it trying to force you to upgrade or anything like that? Because, you know, I did a fair bit of reading up on this before doing it, spoke to a couple of people about it, and then you know, there's no better way to check if everything I've done is working than to ask one of you guys to have a look. Shipping and handling. Shipping and handling for what? The merch store. There is, isn't there?
Ooh, super chat. Pankeo.
All right, bet. How's it going, like? Thank you very much, Colin Couch. You're a very nice man, despite what everybody says about you. When you're not in the side chat, obviously.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Could you hear that all right, or was that very quiet? Just asking. Craig Seth? Interesting, intelligent, and entertaining. Hi from rainy Scotland. Yes, hello back to you from rainy Wales. Good evening, Ashley 12, how are you? Shadows in China. What was smooth? Video Pirate says quiet. Dragon said sounded good. Barbara Isabel says a little quiet. So should we attempt to fix that? I think even I can manage that. Sample. How about now?
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Was that any better? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Right, Chris Riley said, would you consider making a debunk video on religious cults like Scientology or Mormonism? I'll make videos about anything, mate. If people want to watch them, I'll make them. I was going to make a video about Scientology. I've got a file on my computer. So I've basically got like a file system on my PC, and you know, when I start making a video, I create a file for that video and I put all my clips in there, you know, the video I'm going to use and any sort of B-roll or anything, you know, that I'm going to add to it. And I've had a file on Scientology for the longest time, since probably towards even maybe back as far as the beginning of 2020. And I chose not to go ahead with it. And the reason was because I was reliably informed by somebody else on YouTube. And if I could remember who it was, I would tell you. It was quite a big channel. No, I can't remember. But they told me be very careful making a video about Scientology because they sue everybody that makes any sort of derogatory content, you know, aimed at them. So, you know, Video Pirate says they're all cults. IMO, in my opinion. No comment was his reply. Oh, Ben Speed is teaching people things in the side chat. What's going on? Hi from soon to be glowing Lincolnshire. Can you make a video about living above a high nuclear waste? I suppose I could. It would take a considerable amount of research, though, because I've never lived above a dump. When are you going to fix your SEO score? What do you mean, Steve-O? What's wrong with my what's wrong with my SEO? And how do you know there's anything wrong with it? Right, that's bizarre because Gary IOW was sent a message, but it is not Oh, there it is. Sorry, I missed that, mate.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Again. Thank you, Gary. Patreon looks fine. And yeah, you've been a member for 16 months. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I was just a little bit concerned that that because I changed the currency and changed the tiers and all that malarkey, that it would... yeah, whatever. I forgot what I was going to say. Stormcloud Live. That Steve-O guy goes on about SEO score in every video live stream in the chat. You normally just overlook the comments. You're as well off. All right, okay. He's one of those people, is he? Was using content creators' live streams to try and harass them into using his services. Seems legit. That's how this stuff works. Nice shirt. Thank you, Mr. Johnny O. And thank you for sending it to me. I'm not standing up again. I'm too fat. Good evening, Therese Finley. How the devil are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hello, Creaky from Jamie and Peasmarsh. Don't say P. I forgot to have one before I came in, yeah. Right, I'm losing. Oh, right, there we are. FEP review has got some sensible information. When I went into Patreon, it gave me US dollars. Since my bank account is US based, I went ahead and signed up for $7.50 a month. Thank you, mate. That's much appreciated. Yeah, it's gonna give you the correct currency in your own country. I was just worried that because I had changed it here, would it make a difference? Or would it not make a difference? Clearly it doesn't. Damn, I've just lost that now. Albion Cobra says, nice shirt and Patreon looks fine. I don't know why the comments aren't showing up with the channel members. Doohickeys.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I love your sig and sarcasm jokes. It makes me laugh. Sig. I gave up smoking years ago. Sig? Sig.
CGI.
Did you mean to type CGI by any chance? You know you got problems if you misspell an acronym. That reminds me of a very funny story from when my children were little children. And one of my children used to be very keen on laying on the floor, drawing. He would draw police cars and helicopters and soldiers, all that sort of thing. So one day he decided to draw some helicopters and cop cars, and because it was an American themed drawing. And he decided that whichever crime he was drawing, that the FBI should be involved. So he very seriously turned to me, and he was only probably 17. No, he wasn't 17. He was probably about 4 or 5 years old. And he turned to me and said, Dad, how do you spell FBI?
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now. Ooh, super chat.
By the way, if you're not subscribed to Lord Callum's channel, head over there and do it now. Is it better to be a Patreon or member to support? Either, whichever's easiest for you. But I assume you're asking which one loses me the most money. That would be not Patreon. If you catch my drift, you know, don't wanna bite the hand that feeds me. So hang on, I've got a screenshot this. I've got a screenshot this. Hang on a sec. And I shall be sure to send that as a WhatsApp message later on this evening. Anyway, so yeah, I hope that answers the question. UKPI or UKPI, as you're known to your friends. I still hope to see a CGI version of CGI.
CGI.
I don't know whether that needs a bit of a revamp, but you know, it just became its own thing. Good evening, Annie. How are you, lovely? Nice to see you. See, there's right. So it is working.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Thank you very much, Sofa King Sleepy, who then went on to say, if I can find that message, why not both? And I couldn't agree more. But no, people are always interested. There's a lot of people who, when they choose to support a YouTuber, whether it's me or anyone else that they choose to support, I think a lot of people, and I think I would be a bit like that as well. They like to know that as much of what they are giving in support goes to the creator as possible. But I will say, in fairness, YouTube is very, very generous with the split. It's heavily towards the creator. But of course, there'll always be people that whinge about it. Creaky Blinder, the sign up works. Congrats, you're now a Patreon of the Creaky Blinder. Thank you very much, Brian Pop Robson. You're such a nice man.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Thank you, Danny Baverstock, for becoming a Chanel member. French version IGPO. What? I don't even know what that means. I'm not that quick on the uptake. Do you get anything from the CGI Facebook GIF? No, you don't get nothing from them. All it is I didn't even put that up. The only one of the GIFs which have got me in them that I've put up is the FEDM one, the Flat Earthers Don't Matter GIF. But yes, I don't know who did the CGI one. There's a couple of different versions of it. Don't know who did the Sarcasm Cam one. Good evening, young Daniel. Yes, you are. Managed to dodge you again this time, didn't I? Oh, dear me. Good evening, Dougie S. Good to see you live for once. Recent Patreon supporter too. I always enjoy your videos. Well, you may want to head over to Patreon and have a little look. I've just I activated it this morning. I have literally just rehashed my entire Patreon page. Changed the tiers around a little bit, made the rewards a little bit more rewarding. And hopefully people will like what I've done and they'll sort of join in the conversation. What did I miss? Hang on. What did I miss? I've just arrived. Purple Snowdrop. You clearly have never seen one of my live streams before then. Even if you're here from before me and stay after I've left, there's still nothing to miss. I just waffle. FBI rhymes with CGI. Illuminati confirmed. I know this is a Patreon promo, but no, it's not a Patreon promo. What the hell are you on about? But feel free to check. Come and get it channel. Student refuses to wear mask first. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I added sex workers. Did I? Good evening, De Halsey. I'm fairly confident I said that wrong. But anyway. Might have to revamp it and redo your own CGI GIF before anyone else steals it. Yeah, I know. It's funny because people always send it to me as if I've never seen it before. And I don't know why. Probably because I got the same level of sense of humour as a 5-year-old. I just find that very funny. Good evening, Colin. How are you? Hey, Creaky, haven't been lurking. I literally just arrived and my house is still here. after any storm that's been going around the globe. Yeah, it's a bit rough out here at the minute, isn't it? Grandmaster Panda says, waffles. I started back on keto today, so can we not talk about waffles or anything nice? Because tell you what, the old there's a good reason why you only see me from the nips upwards. Let me tell you. Yeah. Somebody else just said something. Have I cancelled the Blinder Gang membership though? As I am a tight Englishman. I've cancelled the Blinder Gang. Yes, I know. They say the Welsh are tight. It's the English you got to watch out for, isn't that right, Bri? I had sticky toffee pudding and ice cream for pudding. Shut up. That. Thank you very much, Grandmaster Panda. I may leave that comment on the screen for the rest of the stream, and it is only going to be a short one. But vegetables and sadness, that pretty much sums up my day. Vegetables and sadness. It's almost a song title, isn't it? That would bring a tear to the eye of the toughest man on the face of the earth. Where's my phone going apeshit? Oh, very good. Appleton, Wisconsin, USA. This is my third live stream with Creaky. Well, you're very welcome, Scotty Harrison. As is everybody. Except, people that aren't welcome. Creaky Blinder, fair to say YouTube wouldn't be anywhere near as entertaining without flat earth conspiracies to have a giggle at. I completely agree, which is why I think... I've been asked loads of times how I feel about censorship and, videos getting removed. And I think it's a very fine line that has to be, navigated between keeping people safe and, making sure that the content is truthful and appropriate. And, deleting people's channels or whatever, whatever else it may be. Right, Iceman, you're out there, pal. It's not good form to come into other people's live streams and try to promote your own channel. Definitely is not good form. Anyway, where were we? 193 people watching. Nothing on TV, guys, is there? Clearly not. Because otherwise you wouldn't be here, would you? You wouldn't be here. Oh, there's no... Well, that's technically not true, Heat Shield. I've gone back on keto today because, well, because I'm fat. So, I've got to get the old Derby under control again. The plot hole needed a break from the Hovind story. Ugh. Yeah. Well, the less said about that, yeah. I can't even think of a word. Thank you very much, Barbara Isabel. I feel fine as well. Daniel Hibbert says Endeavour is on ITV3. What time just start? So, do you wanna hear another sad story? Should we just fill the rest of the stream with sadness? Something happened to me on Monday night, which is, I'm not sure if I'd go as far as to say it's ruined my life, but it certainly upset me considerably. And I know I'm a little bit behind the times. I'm an older guy. So, a couple of months ago, take care, Ben Speed. A couple of months ago, the lovely Mrs. Blinder and myself discovered a program, a box set on Amazon Prime called Empire, about a family that own a record label. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. Let me know in the side chat if you're familiar with Empire. Give me a thumbs up if you've seen it, and then I will continue with my sad story.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
There's definitely something going on with the side chat, or are people just not speaking? I don't understand what the dick. Oh, why is top? Oh, it's live chat, not top chat. Stupid computer. Anyway, Tony Nasbaum, are you and Sirsek ever going to collab again? I hope so. I enjoyed collabing with everybody's favourite knight. Danny Baverstock is familiar with Video Pirates, familiar with it. Ashley 12 is familiar. Well, anyway, this is my very sad story. If I had a violin sound effect, I would use it. So, as I say, we discovered Empire probably 6-7 weeks ago, and we have been absolutely addicted to it. We've watched virtually nothing else. I'm getting emotional just talking about it. My mouth is going dry. So, some of you may know and care. Some of you may not know or care. Some of you may know and not care. But Mrs. Blinder and I have just been away for a weekend in the Big Smoke, otherwise known as London, to celebrate our 29th wedding anniversary, which was on Sunday, which is why I wasn't live. And when we got home, we were very excited. Oh, we can finally watch those last 4 episodes of Empire. And you'll never guess what? Amazon have only taken it off there. And I cannot find the last 4, or maybe it was 5 episodes of Blinder anywhere. So I'm never going to know what happened to Cookie or Lucius. Does Jamal ever come back? Even though I know he doesn't, because he got in trouble with the police in real life and wasn't allowed to continue. But you'll have to give me a minute. Does anyone know what happens to Cookie and Lucius? Are the hints at the beginning of season 6 right? Did they in fact get blown up? Or was it all just a dream? I need answers. Immediately, if not sooner.
Ooh, super chat.
Flat Earth is getting repetitive. Any plans to debunk pyramid conspiracy? Don't forget to include the alien conspiracies from the clown on history. Funny enough, somebody sent me a video by him the other day. Hang on a sec. One of my lights just went berserk. I thought the Gestapo had got you and they were going to start searching me. Like I say, listen, I will make videos about anything. So if you are thinking, oh, I'd like to see the Creaky Blinder make a video about pyramid conspiracies, send me a link to a video. videosuggestions@creakyblinder.com. I even set up a special email address. So yeah, I'll make videos about anything. Empire is on Hulu. I don't think we've got Hulu in the UK. Do you really, Crafty Keeler? So you are as crafty as your name implies.
Welcome to the Blinder gang, Mush.
Thank you, Zerkster, for becoming a channel member. But yeah, it wound me up so bad. It really, really did. It was not good. I'm fuming. Andrew McNeil sent an idea via Twitter the other night. Did you DM it to me, mate, or did you because I gotta be honest, that's something else I'm really crap at, is looking at the message requests. The trouble is I don't know who you are on Twitter. You're clearly not you're clearly not using your own name on there. Hey Creaky, loved the Lemon Dubé video. Great name for that idiot. yeah, it's I don't know, that video's doing really badly for some reason. I don't know. I was happy with it, you know, but generally speaking, if I'm happy with a video, they're the ones that don't tend to do as well. Yeah, I've got Surfshark, obviously. Oh yeah, of course. I didn't think of that. Yeah. Smart. Nearly as smart as me. Thank you, Jeff Reese. Very kind of you, pal. Hulu is on this thing. What's it called? Oh, the internet. Pretty sure they have that. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, Citizen Gold, you can leave the sarcasm to the professionals. Bad for you, television. Melts your brain and comes dribbling out of your ears. My nan's warning about TV. Don't watch it myself. I know, it's like everyone's grandpa used to tell them, oh, don't sit that close to the TV, you'll go blind. Which I know all those years ago you potentially could have, because the technology was the TV stuff. Boring. I'd like to see Creaky Blinder make videos about anything but flat earthers. Don't they get enough publicity? Yeah, I know. Do you know, I'm my own worst enemy, right? A big part of me wants to say I'm never making a video about flat earthers again, because they're childish, they're really stupid, they're just not worth anyone's time, right? But then I think, ooh, right, I'm gonna just make videos about this and videos about that, and then the cogs start turning, and then I start worrying, oh, but a lot of people subscribe because they saw my flat earth videos, so if I don't carry on making flat earth videos, they're gonna go away, and you know, so I panic myself into making flat earth videos just because I think I'm obliged to, if that makes sense. Just call me Avi. Cathode ray tubes, literally electron gun in a home set. Can make fuser with them. That's a homemade fusion reactor. Better use for your televisor. Jesus, yeah, I knew they were dangerous. I just couldn't remember why.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Thank you very much for becoming a channel member, Dragon. Very kind of you. Alan Road says, we love you with or without flat earth videos. Yeah, I know, it's a weird one. It's me. I know it's me. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's my own insecurity that makes me panic into making more flat earth videos when... Yeah, that's the thing, see, UKPI. You know, if I look at my sort of channel stats over the period of a month, it's still generally the flat earth videos that do better. So I don't know why especially if it's a higher profile flat earther like Eric Douchebag or Mark Sargent, you know, or whoever else it may be. Like, listen, guys, I don't think I've ever done this on a live stream before, but if I don't go and have a pee, we gonna... You know, somebody was asking me earlier on, has there been any flooding in Swansea? Well, there'll be flooding in this room now. Give me 2 minutes.
Well, I love you, babe, with all my
Call me what you will. Call me anything. But don't ever call me unprofessional. I mean, it's a common occurrence, isn't it? When you're watching the evening news for the newscaster to just suddenly say, I got to go and have a slash. It's just something in the trade that we do. Sorry, I was... Oh, damn. No, I didn't, Tim. Of course I did. I'm not a piggy. Of course I washed my hands. Who's this? Somebody say a dedicated host would have a bottle under the desk. Oh dear me. I know. But I am definitely not dedicated. Yes, I washed my hands, everybody. What do you think I am, a peasant? Of course I washed my hands. Exactly, Danny Baverstock. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Betty White, the Vibrator Slayer. Leaky Creaky. Leaky Warrior would be jealous. You know, with hindsight, I'm sure it wouldn't have been that much more expensive to have had a toilet put in this building somewhere. But, yeah. What about all those super sleuths? Try saying that fast 3 times while you've had 9 pints of lager. What about all these super sleuths who think they know better than the police and are making a fortune out of people's pain and suffering? Yeah, I've made a few First Amendment auditor videos, but not too many. I don't want to go down that route and only that route. Like I said before, you know, my channel, you know, the way Sir Sick does things, he considers himself to be a variety channel. He talks about flat earth, he talks about conspiracy theories, he talks about he talks about all sorts of things. And that's kind of, you know, what I want my channel to be. Okay, I have to ask, what vape are you using? Funny enough, it was new today. It's the new Aspire Pocket X box mod. It's nice. Vape's lovely. Havoc says, should get a flat earth bucket for when nature calls. Yeah, no, I can't exactly stand you facing away from you and siphon the python, could I? Or ring out the worm. Depends if you've been speaking to my wife or not. Yes, Daniel, I washed my hands. Good evening, Mark Jeans. How the devil are you? Was going to buy a game on the Play Store, but after watching a crap load of adverts in as many crap cash cow games, I decided better to spend it on joining your channel. Thank you very much indeed, Zerkster. That's very kind of you. And I am much obliged. Your screen is not as clear as before and I can't read the text anymore. Try refreshing your Internet Explorer, or if you're on the phone, close your app and open it again. Because it's full steam ahead this end. The stream is healthy, no YouTube issues, no data drops, no frame drops rather. So it's more likely to be something your end. Betty White, the Vibrator Slayer says, Creekster, Simon Dan, Team Skeptic, and Sir Sick are my favourite debunkers. Thank you very much, Betty White, the Vibrator Slayer, whose name I cannot resist saying multiple times. FEP Review says this screen is fine. Yeah, I think it's there's only one use for Internet Explorer buggy gaming, and that is for downloading Google Chrome, in my opinion. Why'd you get a sore throat when you vape? Probably too high a strength juice, and you may be using too high a wattage. If you want to email me, creaky@creakyblinder.com, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions there. I'd rather not talk about it on screen because YouTube don't like channels that talk about vaping. They demonetize them all. Did I watch the new Bond film? No, but because of you, I want to now. I blame you 100%. 100%. Throw Irish Demon and Mr. Sensible into that. I'm just nosing at other people's conversations at this point now. Hey, cool to catch you live. I love your videos. Wanted to say hi. I'm a Christian and I definitely respect your opinion on if there's a God, but I'm even more thankful that you shut down some of... You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. See, now this is the type of Christian that gets it. I've said many times in the videos where I talk about religion, Christians in particular, that I have got no ill will towards any Christians. But I would ask them to not try and force their beliefs onto other people. The best way to get somebody to not do something is to try and force them to do it. That's certainly what I'm like. The reason I don't believe in God is because nobody can prove he's real. So until somebody can, I choose not to believe in God. Which is why I also don't generally identify myself as an atheist. Even though I know that by definition, atheism is a lack of belief in God or gods. But you get my point. But I think by labeling yourself as an atheist, you're tying yourself into other atheists. So you're becoming part of a group of atheists. So that wouldn't be much different to another kind of religion, if that makes sense. No, unfortunately, we didn't see part 2. We didn't see part 2, I'm afraid. Does that make sense? I know it sounds like a stupid thing to say, but, you know, there's no label for somebody that doesn't believe in the Easter Bunny. So why should there need to be a label for somebody that doesn't yeah. UKPI is a God believer, he's got mirrors. Does that make sense? Does any of what I've said tonight make sense? Doesn't feel like as there are many anti-vax in Wales as there are in North America. I would like to think it's just a vocal but stupid minority. Yeah, there's anti-vaxxers everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I don't think America have got the monopoly on that one. Sadly. President Starscream says, "Greetings, I am Lord Starscream. I am applying for the position of your God. Please forgive my hearsay. I've had too much." Good evening, Jenna Brazel. How the devil are you? Oh, some knockers. We love knockers on this channel. 50 of them from ML191172. That is worryingly close to my date of birth. Ooh. Do. Thank you very much, pal. Much appreciated. Have a sound effect.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Not as annoying as the anti-natural immunity people. What? I think the only place deities exist is in the hearts and minds of those who believe in them, as there is no tangible evidence for their existence. IMO. No, exactly, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'd be happy to believe in God if somebody could prove to me that God existed. And as I've said in some of my videos where I've been talking about religion, if believing in a God, whether that God exists or not in reality, makes you feel better, knock yourself out. But don't expect me to believe in a God just because you do. Don't come across to me as if you think you're a better person than me because you believe in a God and I don't. That's my standpoint on the whole God thing. Hi, Creaky, it's 2:30. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here. Would you please give me a time bracket? Would you please give me a... Let me start again. Hi, Creaky. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here. Would you please give my time bracket a shout out? Love you tons, even if not. I'm so confused. What, do you want me to give a shout out at 2:30 in the afternoon? Go 230. I'm old. I have no idea what you mean. You can't say cool things to me and expect me to understand. I have one day on your dob. That wasn't my dob. It was very close to my dob. If you know what I'm saying, Harry. The point of the Bible is to become a god, unless you're already a god, or in our case, a goddess. Well, this live stream's certainly taking a turn. I only wanted to come on and tell you how excited I was that I'd rehashed my Patreon, and it was cool and awesome. Crafty Keeler says, I agree, it is dangerous. It is a dangerous thing to believe in anything without evidence, but labels kill genuine conversation. What? Do you have to keep putting words in your messages I can't read, Keeler? Should that be conversation? And you misspelled it. Oh, I clicked the wrong doodah.
Ooh, super chat.
Somehow
Thank
part
you.
2 didn't make it. You shut down dumb Christian ideas like flirt, conspiracies, and 5G, etc. Thank you. Right, yeah. Yeah, and that's... If you notice, I don't... How can I say this now without making myself sound silly? It's the people forcing others is what I don't like. And unfortunately, I'm of the opinion the video I made last week, I think Dan made a video about him last year or maybe very early on this year. He seems like a lovely guy. He really, really does. But he just comes across as batshit crazy. Because what was one of the things he said in the video? There's only two types of people that get into heaven. Perfect people and forgiven people. So, doesn't that mean you could be a perfect twat your whole life? Because you're going to get forgiven and let into heaven anyway? That's almost as bad as flat earther logic, if you ask me.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Porsche. I don't know why I'm pressing the button after I've read the message out these days. Henrik Danielson says, Creaky, perhaps the implicit connection feels more explicit in some places. Two people calling themselves atheists here implies no more of a connection than them happening to have the same shoe size. And it shouldn't. I completely agree with you. But can you see what I'm getting at, though? To me, labeling yourself as an atheist is, you know, not no different, because it is very... I know what I mean. It's just hard for me to articulate. Somebody labels themselves as a Christian because they believe in God. Someone labels themselves as an atheist because they don't believe in God. And it just feels to me like the label makes atheism seem like a belief system, even though it's a lack of belief system. I'm going to stop talking now because I know I'm not making much sense. But anyway. Christianity is definitely a money-making scheme. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Good Christians don't announce that they're Christian. Exactly. I have never once walked into a room and gone, all right, everyone, I don't believe in God. You know, it's like, what's that joke? How do you know if somebody's vegan? Because they'll tell you. It's, you know, the same thing can apply to Christianity or any religion. Any religion. And the way that Christianity is the biggest religious belief system in the world, right? And not only are they trying to convert everybody who claims or who holds the position of being an atheist or a person that doesn't believe in God, however you want to, you know, whatever you want to call them. They're also saying that none of the other religions in the world are valid because they're not Christianity. What a load of old shite. None of them are. None of them are. As I said before, I am an atheist, agnostic, dyslexic, insomniac. I lay awake wondering if there is or isn't a dog. Oh God, Rona. Farming is also a money-making scheme, to be fair. Let's not get political, peeps. I'm finishing now in a minute. I only wanted to come on to have a quick chin wag with you while Mrs. Blinder was watching Coronation Street and EastEnders, or whatever it is she's watching. That she wanted to watch enough to get rid of me. What about Satanism? What about it, Jason Clark? What about that? Exactly. There must have been some intent behind the formation of Christianity, and I often find myself thinking about what that was. Yeah, I quite often think about, you know, where things began. I spoke before briefly about, you know, how language was developed. You know, who was it that made the first sounds? And then those sounds became recognized as being associated with, well, not mobile phones, obviously. But, you know, I haven't got any Stone Age artifacts in my studio. You know, but the same thing could be said for religion. How and why did it start? You know? I know, it's so deep. I'm so full of these little nuggets of useless information and pointless thoughts. Most of these top religions all believe the same thing, and they hate each other. So sad. Exactly. Because I spoke to a guy, well, he was a friend of mine. I've lost touch with him, but he was Muslim. And he said, yeah, we believe in God. So what's the difference? Because they call God something else, or, you know, whatever it may be. Xerxes says, I can't believe we're still killing each other over who has the biggest imaginary friend. Sadly, it does seem to be the case.
Ooh, super chat.
Morning from New Zealand. Woke up and saw you live. Checking in with my morning coffee. Love your vid. Interesting chat this morning on live. Thank you, mate. I was worried that it was a bit boring because it's gone off on a massive tangent. Are you sure Mrs. Blinder isn't being told about your affair with Simon by Jake the asswife? Squeeze me. 195 concurrent viewers, 166 likes. Get it up, dudes. Please. Good evening, Mr. Andrat. How are you? Each god claims to be the only one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But anyway, that's it, peeps. I've said what I wanted to say, what needed to be said. Arrived from Mexico City to Cardiff. Big fan of you, Swansea Blinder. Thank you, Neozem. That's very kind of you, pal. Very kind of you indeed. But before anybody distracts me in the side chat, I'm out there. Love you, bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.